I mean, it does not matter where, who. It doesn't matter. I always get called sir. I'm okay with that because I can play Rocco very well. So if there's IRS, they think I'm him. Whatever the case may be, because he won't do it, so I do it, thinking, oh man, they're gonna think I'm a girl, but it never happened.
Nice.
Even when someone calls at work at the office, I'll say, "This is Bonnie with Bonnie's Bread and Butter Company," and they'll go, "Hi, sir."
Bonnie.
And I'll go, "I said my name is Bonnie." Oh. Then they get all apologetic, like, fuck.
Well, sir,
Yeah.
welcome back to I Hate That Shit.
I should get used to it by now.
Podcast about hating shit and loving life.
Loving life.
I'm Liz with your host.
Hi, guys.
the
This is
handsome
Bonnie.
Mr. Bonnie.
Shut up. Hi, guys. This is Bonnie. Hope this finds you well. I'm a little rusty today because I haven't gotten high yet, but whatever. We'll do that
And
later.
we're back in the studio
Yes, we are.
with cameras.
Yes.
So
Get
now
to see
they're
my
forced
pretty
to look
face.
at you. Well, they don't have to. They can listen to the podcast.
So what are we doing today, Miss Liz?
I don't know. This is your thing.
Do you
We
know?
have guests though.
Well, that's your job.
We have guests though.
Yes, and
Our guest.
ooh, we only have one guest.
We have two
Name's
guests.
April. We got a regular
Well,
over here.
We have a.
What do you call her?
Yeah, I guess she is at this point. Part
It's
of
me,
it.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
Really.
yeah. Yeah, she's part of the crew.
She's the one that pops in and out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
but-
easy when you live across the street.
Yeah. But this is what, our 4th episode of this season?
I don't.
Something like that. I don't know.
It all blends together.
It
for
does
me
all
at this
blend.
point.
Me too. I'm busy too. Can you believe me? I'm
And
busy.
our actual guest. Let's stop talking about Bonnie for 5 seconds.
Are you fucking kidding me? Really?
Introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm April, local to Arizona here.
Doesn't live across the street.
I don't live across the street. I'm just popping in, though, because I know Bonnie and Cynthia.
Yes, we're glad you're
Join
here.
the conversation
Yes.
about wellness,
Health and wellness in women.
in women.
In women.
Because fuck men.
Fuck
I
them.
guess.
That's one of the things I did want to say about that is that I can't find the exact number, but I know that women, we spend more on our health care than men do, and our outcomes aren't as good as men. Why is that?
Because we're,
Women?
well, yeah. I mean, I think most women take care of other people before they turn around and take care of themselves.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
That I think that has a lot to do with it.
It just and men don't even go to the hospital or the doctors or checkups or annual checkups like women do.
Yeah, that's why they die sooner.
They do die sooner. Plus, they also have smaller brains. That's a fact. I hate to say that. I still love you though, Rocco.
Well,
Okay.
it's there's you can look it up, but
Yep.
and it's specifically married. A married man lives longer
Yep.
than a single man, but a single woman lives longer than a married woman.
Wait, what?
It's because she's not
So-
worried about her husband.
Yeah, because women take care of the
Oh,
men.
everybody
so
else.
a man wants to be married. He wants to be taken care of. But
Yeah.
but let's talk specifically about women that need to take care of themselves. For
Yeah.
example, Miss April here is an esthetician. She takes care of my beautiful face.
I love
I
that.
do.
You do have a good
That's why it
face.
glows.
It does. It always glows. And I can tell when she comes back, I'm all like, I know you know what? I'm not attacking you. I'm just a little aggressive because I haven't got
You're like, yeah, it does glow.
Damn it, it glows.
You know what? Get over
April
Miss
Marie
Liz.
Glow.
That is my name.
That's her
Liz,
That is my thing.
Liz, get over your sensitivity. What?
Listen.
What?
Don't worry about my sensitivity.
Hey, you're thinking I'm attacking your ass.
Stop yelling. At
I can't. I'm not even yelling. You know. Why is it with my voice everyone always thinks I'm yelling?
Because you're yelling.
Because
No,
I'm
it's stern.
loud.
It's stern.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Thank
I
you
get
very
that a lot
much.
too, though.
So
that I'm
do I.
yelling, and I'm
I
like,
don't know if I could talk like this for the rest of my life, though. Like this. Fuck that shit.
I'm always like,
fake.
No,
You wanna
that's
hear
just,
yelling?
Like, you talk.
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
yes, you are loud, but there's like your loud speaking voice, and then you escalate it. And then you're like,
Doesn't
I'm not
take much.
yelling. And it's like, yes, you literally are.
You know,
When they hear you 3 doors down.
Well, good. I'm glad at least they know I'm still alive.
That's true.
All right,
So
go ahead.
April, what?
Yes.
What would you say? What should every woman do with their face?
Barest minimum.
Oh,
you
bare
have
minimum?
to do it, like, no excuses.
Bare minimum,
Ooh,
sunscreen. Bare minimum.
I don't do that.
So, and most melanated skin will say that because they don't need.
No, you do need it.
You do need it.
Everyone needs it.
Right. I did the air quotes for the video people that can see.
Because
me, but-
everybody's like, we don't need it.
because I have natural sunscreen, right?
Right.
That's what people say with darker skin, and I grew up that way too because
You do to a point, but still, those UV rays, especially now, as opposed to even 20, 30 years ago, are
they
much
hit different.
intense.
They
Yes.
definitely hit different. I'll say, and just in general, UV rays, free radicals that are around, it just hit
yeah.
differently because it's stressing your skin out. It's causing inflammation. So any skin condition that you come across, aging, acne, hyperpigment, it's inflammation in the skin. It's something that your skin, basically your cells in your skin get stressed out. The UV rays stress it out, and now it's protecting itself. So your suntan, your hyperpigment, your freckles, you're not born with actual freckles. These
Right.
develop as we are exposed to UV light. And
Yeah.
nowadays, it's not just the sun. It's your phone, your
Yeah.
computer,
Yep.
our LED lights above us
Yes.
in a building, our computer screens now at work. People will tell me, "Oh, I don't wear sunscreen because I just sit in my desk all day." And I'm like, so the difference in the rays, I will say, is your sun rays outside are going to be more of the A rays, UVA, UVB, where you're going to get burned. I think of it, the B is the burning rays.
Right.
So yeah, you're not exposed to those, but the UVA rays go through glass. They go through the blue light is on your phone. Like those are the ones that are causing aging, and not just aging, just cell mutation, stress. It's stressing your cells, and the more stressed your cells are, it causes cancer. It
Yeah.
causes
Those free radicals go
ugly
out.
things that people come to me to say, "Hey, I want this off my skin," because that's just your body's stressed out, or your cells are stressed, and this is what it's doing. And it mutates as it gets more and more stressed. That's when we start seeing precancer and cancer, because it's your body's defense mechanism, and at some point it's like, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
And it's a constant state of inflammation. So any age, really, you're getting you're getting that. And especially like the younger generation, they'll see it more with acne, because that's your body's stressed.
Oh, that's
It's
interesting.
inflamed, and now it's catching the bacteria because it's inflamed. When your skin's inflamed, it's just kind of like, imagine like bumps and crevices, and now these are susceptible to bacteria,
That's
anything
true.
like sensitive skin.
Yeah.
People don't really have true sensitive skin. When people are like, "Oh, I'm sensitive," it's because of something either they're eating that's causing inflammation, they're not using proper sunscreen. There's so many things that go into it, and if you go to someone that does skincare, they should really ask you, like, well, what's your diet like? What's
Right.
this, that, before they
I
try to
agree with
fix.
that.
Yeah.
Because it always starts on the inside anyway. I mean, I'm sitting next to probably one of the healthiest people who eat the best that I've ever have known. Cynthia eats ridiculously clean, and I don't know how she does it.
But because why? Why did
Because
that
of
start?
inflammation.
Oh yeah,
Because of inflammation.
Literally inflammation in my body. That's why I chose to change my diet.
Yeah.
And she eats clean. And that is important because it does start on the inside.
And clean is not always. That's where I have a hard. Like, some people kind of. I feel like when I ask that, like, people especially come in with an issue. Like, I want you to help me clear this up, whatever the issue might be. And I say, okay, well, let's start. What's your diet like? Immediately, well, I eat really good. I
What
eat
does
really
that
good.
mean?
And I just said too, it doesn't matter even if it's good. Me personally, I just found out I'm allergic to corn.
What? I would cry.
Oh, I almost did.
Oh my God.
Do you know how much stuff has corn? Corn's in everything.
Ew, and it tastes so good just even by itself.
Right. And just in general, I tell people, like, that's fine, but you could be sensitive to lettuce, and you're eating salad all the time, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean bad food. It just means, like, for you.
Right.
What's good for you.
Well, isn't that also based on our blood types too? I've heard like the blood code for dieting and for your skin and inflammation.
It could.
Like certain AB people can only they should be vegetarians, but O people can eat protein.
Right.
So I think it just all of those factors combined, will either help lower your inflammation or cause it to fuck up your face, right?
Or moderation even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Well, and then that's the whole thing is like putting effort into that is self-care.
Yes.
Right.
Eating
Yes.
right is self-care.
Yeah.
Right.
Self-care isn't necessarily go get a massage.
Exactly.
Like those things are great,
Right.
but
I
everything,
agree.
drinking water,
Taking the time.
taking care of yourself.
Yep.
Well, and I had a little thing on my computer at home, and it basically says self-care, like a definition, and it says any act that brings you back to your true self.
Amen to that.
And that could be skincare, that could
Right.
be meditation, that
Right.
could be reading a book, that
Going
could
to
be
church.
Going to church, whatever brings you back to
Right.
just de-stressing, because I've last 3 years of my life have been super stressful, and I started to get inflammation on my face, and of course your skin is showing you something's going on inside.
Yep.
Usually that's the last time, like, so imagine if you're seeing it on your skin, what your inside looks like.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, sometimes it takes it coming out on your skin for you to actually be like, hey, I need to look into this because I don't like what my face looks like.
See, that goes back to that would be women. Men would just see something and be like, they would just blow it off.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, that is the difference right there of how women definitely we try to take care of ourselves because we do have to take care of others. And I wish more women would take that self-care. I'm a pro at self-care. I mean, I love deep couch sitting, if anyone wants to know. I love flowers and I love diamonds and I like a good big fat joint. And I think all of those are great self-care things. Am I right?
They are.
Now, what do people say when you ask them what they eat? Do they ever answer that question?
I would say 9 times out of 10, everyone says, I eat fairly healthy.
I mean, they won't tell
That's
you
their
what.
answer every time. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that consist of?
Yeah.
Because there are things, and we could go, like, different people will argue what's healthy, what's not. But again, what's healthy for you? So there are, like I tell people, certain times people are more susceptible to inflammation with dairy. Dairy is a big inflammatory substance. So, and it's, again, moderation. How much dairy? I have someone that was like, oh, I don't eat dairy that often. I have it like once a day. Well, that's
every day.
That's every dang day. I don't even eat it every day all the time.
Neither
But
do
like,
I.
so, or, different people, depending on what it is, it's like sugar is a big inflammatory, like refined sugar, like how much sugar. And people think like sugar, like I don't eat candy. Well, it's in your bread. It's in your
yeah,
pasta.
right.
It's
It's
in
in everything.
everything.
It is in everything.
So if you're eating that kind of stuff all day, every day, it catches up to you.
It does.
And it's going to present on your skin.
It really will. It really will.
So-
I don't understand. I mean, I eat sugar. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I think I eat a pretty good diet too, but I'm old school and some stuff I'm just not going to give up. And if it did start to screw up my face,
It might be different.
it would be different.
Well, right. And that's where I said too, like, well, and then even going back to like, for the most part, for most of my life, I've had pretty clear skin. I didn't really struggle with acne.
Me either.
I didn't start having issues until now, perimenopause. Now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, what the heck's going on with my face? However, I would tell people something that you eat presents different in different people. So
Right.
like for you, you could sit and eat a bunch of sugar and it presents as acne.
Right.
Whereas me, I eat a bunch of sugar and it presents as my pants don't fit anymore.
Right.
Right? Like
Right.
everyone's different how it's going to present itself.
Right.
So, and that's where I kind of look at like when they're like, oh, you're so lucky, your skin's so clear. And I'm like, yeah, but I've struggled with my weight my entire life.
Right.
So it's different.
It is different. I agree with that. What do you think, Liz? Look, she ain't got nothing to
I
say.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
agree with.
How much
with her.
sunscreen do you wear, Liz?
Yeah.
If she
Zero.
weren't here, I would tell you, but
Tell me. Honestly,
Yeah,
most
Zero.
people don't.
professional
Most people don't.
Zero.
all day, every day.
You lie.
100 SPF.
Such a lie.
I would say most people don't, and that's where I said, like, when people come into me, that's one thing they ask me is like, well, if you could recommend one thing that's going to help me look younger, help my skin look glowing, what would it be? And I say sunscreen. They're like, Okay, what else? Like
Right.
they want like a magic pill, and I'm like,
Yeah.
literally, if you started using sunscreen every day, you will notice a huge change in your skin.
And not eat processed foods.
Well, even if you didn't do that,
Ugh.
just protecting your skin. But yes, the processed foods is gonna. But like you add all of that, and that's where I'm saying too. Like nowadays, we are surrounded by everything trying to like murder us, right? Like
That is so true, man. The pollution.
pollution,
Pollution does it to your skin too, man.
environment, everything. Like it's just, it's terrible. And so I would say start off sunscreen. And even as a young child, like a lot of the sun damage that we have that presents itself later in life started when we were kids. And back in the 80s when I was
So true.
little,
Yeah.
we would lather up in oil and go
yeah.
bake.
Oh, I was just talking about that when I was in college in the 80s, early 80s. There was this girl at the dorm. She literally took those reflecting, what are those?
Just a
What are they?
reflector.
What were they?
They look like
they look like car
cardboards.
shades.
Yeah.
Like foil.
Yeah.
Yes.
She would take that, lather up, and she would go and sit outside at noon during part of the hottest sun. She'd be out there for a couple hours. I'm telling you, I was 18 at the time, and her skin looked like she was 70. It
Oh.
was, as she was darker than me, but you knew she was a white girl. But her skin,
Like leather.
it was,
Yeah.
I had never seen no one like that. I mean, I'm 18, and you're just like, the whole dorm was like, talking about her. I wonder what she looks like now at 60.
Oh, she's probably had many surgeries to take stuff off. An example would be like my mom was a sun goddess in the 80s. Like she
Everyone was.
pretty much, right? And now it's sad because she's has so many precancers and basal cells popping up. And you get to the point where at this point they're cutting them off of your face and you have scars now from stitches. Or I was actually really scared for her this last time because she had one on her nose and I thought she was going to lose her nostril. And that's when it's like, is it worth it?
Right.
But you don't think like that when you're younger.
So if you're out there, young people, we're
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, prevent it now.
Oh my gosh, because and you don't think when you're younger like you have, you know,
yeah.
40 years and
You're
then I'm dead, right?
invincible
Like
when you're younger.
Okay, so that goes
Plus,
for
like,
me.
I mean, when I was growing up, like, nobody really wore sunscreen. Like, that was
no.
like it is now.
Right.
Everywhere you
Yeah.
go, almost every aisle, some like display.
and you're real
sunscreen.
white, so I can
Yeah.
see how you never wore it.
I know.
Because you don't go out in the sun.
I used to though.
You used to be on the
I
sun?
used to be tan.
Really? I cannot see
I don't
that.
go on
You
the sun
lie.
anymore.
I don't either.
Oh,
I get
I
dark
did. I
too.
used to tan
Yeah.
really well.
Well, you're brown.
I got that
now.
from
Yeah,
my dad.
I don't go out
Oh,
in the
I
sun.
get dark. I get dark. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, I know I
to
haven't
be
been
like
out
this
as much
table.
as I used to be, but
Whatever. You
'Cause
have
you don't
olive
look Mexican.
skin.
oh, but I get dark.
Yeah.
I get dark. And then
Not you,
in that
Liz.
case too, like even
were
repeated
to do
motions
it, yes.
can cause hyperpigment. So like, let's just say I wear a
Wait,
hat.
what
all
was
the time.
that?
Like repeated motions, irritation.
right.
So basically, irritation is going to cause inflammation.
Right.
So. Let's say I wear a hat all the time and it just sits there rubbing, or like
Mm-hmm.
me personally, I get a new pair of shoes and they just rub just right, and I
Mm-hmm.
have all these little spots on my feet, and I'm like, I get hyperpigment like no other, and that's frustrating. Like if I get a pimple, I don't even have to touch it, and
you
it's
have
gonna leave.
keloids. It's almost like a keloid,
No, I don't
right?
get keloid, but it's like it's
It turns dark though. if you pick at it.
post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and it's basically just turns dark,
I have a couple of those too.
and they're hard to get rid of.
They are hard to get rid
So.
of unless you're old like me. I'll show you. I have one. I don't know if they can see it, but this one right there.
Oh, on your belly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that in 2016,
Okay.
and that's almost 10 years, and it's still there. It was a joint kind of went down my shirt and burned me.
Shocker.
I'm just telling the
The
truth.
joint of 2016.
Yeah, man. I was. We were
So-
sitting in the car, and it burned me, but it's still there.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was irritation right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you can also overdo it. Like, let's
Yes.
talk about like the youth now. Like
Oh yeah.
these 18-year-olds doing skincare that a 50-year-old would be
Yeah,
doing. That's
I don't even do
insane.
that.
It's not necessary,
It's
and
not
that's
not.
necessary. And you're
Again,
Are
do you
you
think-
not causing damage? Like,
over time. Yes, I would say the younger your skin is, it's a little more resilient, so it's
Right.
going to take time. They're going to notice it when they're older. The other thing to think about is a scar is basically collagen, elastin, keratin going to that area, an overproduction of it in that area to help protect you and
Yep.
and heal a spot, and it creates a scar. Well, when you're young, you have tons of collagen and elastin. You don't need any more, and for them to be putting it on there, it's like
so dumb, man.
like in my opinion, it's too much, and they're causing irritation, and like I said, irritation eventually leads to problems. So honestly, when they're younger, wash your face and sunscreen. That's basically all you need. And I say wash your face because again, we have pollution, we have whatever we're walking around
sweat
with,
and dirt.
sweat, dirt, and it's trapped, and then you go to bed and rub it all over your pillow every night, and you have that nasty pillow that you're sleeping on.
That's
so
if you wear a lot of makeup.
No.
I don't wash my
it's
face.
it's
Face.
sweat,
In general.
everything.
Anyone.
I don't wash
boys,
my face.
girls,
Girl, wash
everyone.
your face.
Well, I do, but if I'm late, I get up and I don't wash it. I don't care.
At night, I say the most important one I would say is nighttime, because you've had sweat, pollen,
right.
grossness, touching your face, whatever, all over your
Right.
face, and then you just go to bed. At night is when your body is regenerating.
Exactly.
It can't do that properly if it's all,
Covered in makeup, or those girls that wear that makeup that's like this. I don't get that.
Do you
Like a
think that
thick-
the
So stupid.
younger
We're not letting
people
Juliet do
doing
that.
things like
She doesn't want to.
the collagen treatments and all the
God.
filler and all that stuff, do you think that's more harmful to the skin? Because like, you know how if you take a medicine or a supplement
Mm-hmm.
or something, sometimes your body, like, it overdoes and then your body kind of stops
Attacks
naturally.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think like in the obviously not like today, but like
right.
in the future,
it could. I would say
it
possibly. I would say it's
counter-
just not necessary.
Right.
I feel like there are other ways that they could be doing self-care that would be more beneficial at this age. And really, like I said, when you're in your before your 20s or even early 20s, your cell turnover rate
Yeah.
is
so nice.
is so much faster than
nice.
when you're older. You don't need to be burning the crap out of your face, exfoliating your face really bad, because you're just causing irritation, and that can lead to inflammation. It can lead to trouble. So I would say, yeah, when you're younger, and even Botox and things, when people are like, oh, it's preventative.
How is that preventative?
It's not. I mean,
Why?
don't
Why
get
did
me
they say
started on that
I
one.
know
though?
it's bad. I
Why
knew
did
like
they
a
say that?
19-20-year-old who was like, I do Botox so that
So they're
So
they're
I'm
at,
like, you don't need Botox.
no, they
People
don't.
say they
You're
do it because of
19.
headaches. That's what my sister said.
In that case, that's
That's
different.
Right.
And I feel like it's usually performed in a different area than
Right.
where you're going to benefit.
Right.
But the idea behind early Botox is that they're preventing wrinkles because you make a movement over and over. Like, let's say
Right.
even my neckline. I have a neckline because over and over my neck is creased right there.
Right.
So if they're not going to make those movements, then they're not going to ever get that crease, which
That's
is
why they're paralyzed. their
which is
faces.
not necessarily good. I feel like I always say that you're wasting good Botox years.
Right.
Because you can become resilient.
Right.
You can, or not resilient.
Resistant.
There we go. Resistant to it. And now, sorry, it doesn't
Yeah.
work for you. And you actually need it. You could benefit from it in your 50s and your 60s if
Not
you
this
wanted
girl,
to.
not me.
If you wanted to. I don't do it, and I'm trying not to.
Nope.
But
Do not. Don't lie. I
When
look
your
good for
skin-
61.
Little, right, that little.
You know what? That's because I'm mad at you right now.
no, but you look great for your age.
Thank you, honey.
Well, in general, I hate when people say you look great for your age because
I
you
know
look
what
great
you
in
mean.
general.
I know.
But as you get older, your skin gets crepier, it gets thinner, it
That's
gets
why people-
drier. you have less cell turnover.
Yep.
That's when, if you're gonna do Botox, it's a good time to do Botox because that's when the wrinkles are gonna start sticking.
Right.
When you're young and you're laughing and you're having a good time, like have an expression, have those moments.
No, it's
live.
weird.
Yeah.
Why would you want your face paralyzed?
I don't
I mean, there's so many. Okay, since we're talking about health and wellness, and since we're on this, I have to just say this: that I want to talk about that Wegovy, Ozempic, all those GLP-1s, I guess they are. That's some bullshit.
I tried it. It was
And
rough.
tell us,
I was so sick. I was like, I mean, and not just like people say like, oh yeah, it makes my stomach upset, so I don't want to eat. Like, no, I was vomiting, and number two, like, could not keep anything down. And then they would say like, oh, it's what you're eating. You're eating something bad. That's why your stomach was doing that. And I'm like, legit, I can't keep water down. Like, I could not do that diet, and I was really sad about that because please let me have this moment. But no, I couldn't do it, and I've tried the different brands.
I don't think I could do that either.
It works for some people, and I'm not going to hate on them because I look at the benefits outweighing the negatives. And if you're morbidly obese, you have high cholesterol, you have
Right.
Diabetes, because
Right.
that's what it's for.
diabetes, you
Christ.
have all
Exactly.
these concerns. Like, there's a lady in my studios, she was diabetic, had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. She was already on diabetic medication. She did this, and she's off all her medications.
Right.
I think it's fabulous.
I agree.
I
But
think-
not just for a vanity project.
No, not just because I
That's-
have 10 pounds I need to get rid of.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, because of course the pharmaceutical company came up with something like a magic bullet for people who are like, oh, I'm 20 pounds overweight, so I'm going to take a needle to my stomach every damn day. Sorry, not for me.
No, I think
Not
the
for me.
pharmaceutical companies found like something that was helpful for a problem.
Right.
And then doctors were
I
like,
agree with
oh,
that. Right.
Yeah,
Shit.
this works.
We can
That's
make
true.
money.
I can make a lot of extra money
Right.
on that like
I agree.
prescription kickback
I agree.
by giving it to other people who don't necessarily need it. And the problem was the people who did need it suddenly couldn't get it
Yep. Yep.
because everybody was like, well, I got 10 pounds I need to lose.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry you're dying. But
I could stand to lose 20, but I ain't doing it that way.
If I honestly, I would say if I could tolerate it, I would do it.
Really?
Yeah. And well, for one, it's once a week. It's not every day.
Oh, okay. Well, even still,
But
I'm
still.
afraid of needles.
Oh yeah.
I hate needles.
I mean, I'm going in for allergy injections right now once a week. So
See, I couldn't do it.
I'm
just
on my
not a
last-
gonna
needle-
suffer.
I'm suffering with my extra 20 pounds.
And your allergies just pop a Benadryl.
I don't even have those, so I'm good.
that is good.
That is good.
My meds aren't working anymore, so I'm like on my last. I'm like, well, I'll try it. So I don't like needles per se, but
Me either.
I don't like this inflammation either. So I'm all over it.
Cynthia knows about that all
It's a
too
lesser
well,
of
for
two
sure.
evils type thing.
Definitely.
Yes,
So
that
we'll
makes
see.
sense.
We'll see. I just started them. It's supposed to be for a year, and we'll see where I'm at. Hopefully, I can get off some medications in a year. But again, all the different skin things that happen as we get older. Speaking of menopause, right? Like,
Yes, that's the segue.
40
into
hit
that.
a lot different for me. All of a sudden, my face blew up, and my doctor's like, you can't use the same skincare that you used in your 20s and your 40s. I'm like, that's not an answer that I want to hear. or like I was telling Cynthia, you're right where you should be for a woman your age. I'm like,
Oh, thanks.
a woman my
Yeah,
age? What
yeah.
does that mean?
There's a study out there that there's 2 times in life that you age most rapidly. It's 44 and 60. I can attest for the 60 because all of a sudden I'm like, my leg hurts. All my old injuries are like, Now I see a chiropractor. I'm like, I've never seen a chiropractor in my whole life. And now I'm seeing one. And now I'm going to have a face person too.
But that chiropractor care is
Yes,
self-care.
it is self-care.
I'm hurting.
Definitely.
I'm going to go see
It's
a
true.
doctor or somebody that can help
That
me.
is so true. I
totally
didn't think
helps.
about it like
Yeah.
that.
I started acupuncture because of that.
My mother loves that.
I
do acupuncture.
love it.
I sleep.
Bonnie, you gonna go
It's a
do
little nap.
acupuncture?
So I'll say though that 41 hit. The 40s hit
That
different for me,
needle,
and I believe that study because
way you
the
don't need
40s
the
were different for me.
It
Everything.
is.
Yep.
And I actually kind of thought it was because I was later in life having children, and I thought, oh, it's him. Like I had my son, and he ruined my body, and I'm like, oh no, it's because I'm 40.
It is. It's
So
true.
You can still blame him.
I did. I
It's
do
not his
sometimes. He'll be like, Mom, how come? And I'm like, because of you.
Yeah. It's your
See
fault.
this belly? It's because of you.
It's true though. And that's the thing about menopause. Okay, for me, my own personal story, it was not that bad. I have to say that. The kids and Rocco will tell me I was crazy as fuck. I don't remember that. All I remember is carrying a fan around with me from room to room. I would pick up the fan and take it every room. I had fans in my purse, the pull-out fans. That to me was probably the biggest thing. I didn't have night sweats. I slept fine. I mean, everything was good except those hot flashes. That sucked. But other than that, and it lasted 5 years.
See, that's good. And I took a perimenopausal class for skin, and I think it usually menopause starts for everyone in general around 50s, but it can technically start a decade before and last a decade after. And I'm like, that's
like
20
20
years.
years.
Like, what the? And there's so many symptoms that people don't even know
Right.
are actual symptoms. So
Right.
like the crazy, that's
Yeah.
a symptom. Brain
was
fog,
cra- I was.
that's a symptom.
That was crazy.
I was telling her asthma,
Yeah.
high cholesterol, belly fat, itchy, dry skin, hot sweats, carrying a fan around with you. Like, you name it, like you could probably. And then I said, it's even funnier is when you read all these symptoms, that's also the symptoms of a heart attack. Like, how do I know which one's what? Like,
damn.
like it's so many
That's
weird.
sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's so many things that intertwine, and then it's like you gotta, not be a hypochondriac. Sometimes I can be, wait, am I having a heart attack? Like, is this perimenopause?
What
Is
sign
this
are
just
you?
because I haven't ate too much for dinner? Leo, which would not be.
Oh yeah, no.
Technically, I say I fall on the cusp of a cancer, and I have a lot of
Ugh.
cancer traits. So
So, ugh.
yeah.
Leos? Ugh.
Bonnie's so judgy. I'm glad I'm a
Taurus?
Taurus.
What
are
I
you?
know.
I'm a
Hey.
Taurus.
Yeah.
What are you, Liz?
Oh, Leo.
She's Leo too.
Oh, she's like,
Taurus is on this side of the table. Leo's over there.
That's funny. Liz knows already. But you know what? But I think if for menopausal women, I really think that they really need to do their research. And you have to do it for yourself. You can't, I
Yeah.
mean, my symptoms aren't going to be the same as Cynthia's or Liz or yours. And that's all goes back down to chemistry, DNA, your lifestyle, all of that.
I think we need to have the girls come in and we find out what really happened on Bonnie's menopausal
You can ask we
journey.
can call Rocco in there right
We'll
now.
find out if it really
will tell
was
you-
just
Yeah.
heat sweat.
This is what we
hot
have to look
sweats
forward
for
to, Liz.
everybody else in the room.
Are
You
you?
can
We're
ask
the
them.
same age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was she just turned 40?
I just turned 40.
You're going to be
in
40.
April.
You're not going to be
Oh,
40.
no. Then I'm a year younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be 39 in August 19th.
Still in my 30s.
That's what Luke says too. I'm still in my 30s. He's like a hop, skip, and a jump.
oh, is he younger?
He's younger than me.
Matt's 6 months younger than me, so he always thinks
Calls you
that's
the old
funny.
lady. Yeah.
Well, my son thinks it's hilarious when we're different ages. He's like, Mom, you're older than Dad. I'm like, shh, not by much. Come
No,
on.
I know.
I'll be 44 in July, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, I will say 40s hit different.
They do.
And that just goes back to self-care is going to look different every decade, maybe even every 5 years, depending on if you have kids or not, depending on your lifestyle,
And your mental health, too.
your mental health. I would say, I wonder if smoking those big joints before menopause could help too, because stress is
It is part of them.
Yeah,
a
stress.
big one.
Oh man, that affects your body. Stress is my biggest.
Me too.
Yeah.
For everything, like
Yeah.
any kind of illness. If I'm stressed, I know I'm gonna get sick. Like it's.
And she does, too.
Well, now mine's a face flare. Like I get my skin flares. It's so weird. It looks like goosebumps all over my face.
Really?
And it's ever since I've, like last year, I think. And it's a combo of my allergies, but mixed with stress. And that's
Right.
what they tell me, stop stressing. Easier said than done, because
Yeah.
now I'm stressed about stressing. Like
right.
what?
Right. Wow, man. That's a catch-22 for sure.
For real.
I think, though, I really do with menopause. And then here's the other part of that, too. The stuff, I didn't take anything. Nothing. No. The closest I probably took was a tincture called passion flower. I took that. Rocco's like, here, baby, take it. It's like a for me. And it helped. It was for anxiety. So, yeah, passion
note.
flower, do.
Passion flower. Let me
And
Google.
that's probably the only thing. But then I hear about these biodirectional dental. There's something that kind of replaces your hormones, because we lose estrogen when we start our menopause, and it kind of helps with those symptoms so you don't get crazy. But then there's also bad research on taking that stuff too. That's the thing. One of the things they say to take too is St. John's wort, but that's not good for your body in the long run either. There's a lot of things out there that they say to take, but just to get through those symptoms, what does it cause you on the other side? What's the end game on
also
the
how you go about doing it, whether you
Right.
get like the chemical versus natural
I did. I went
balancing.
natural. I don't know. I see a doctor once a year, and they take my numbers, and then you go from there. But I think that's the difference, because I was resistant to going to the doctor for the longest time. Then I think I was like 55, and I was like, you know what? I better start taking care of myself. I want to live a long time. You know what I mean? I still, don't get me wrong, I am not perfect by any means. Shut up, lizard. Such an ass. Shut up. All I'm saying is that there comes a time when we all have to try and take care of ourselves, especially when that menopause, because that messes with your hormones, and that's a big thing in people's bodies. Because if you have depleted hormones, I think you're up for cancer, or you can get a lot of stuff.
Hormonal
The
imbalances,
worst part is growing hair on your face.
Yes, because your testosterone is now stronger than your estrogen,
Yeah.
and you're getting. I've seen women
have
come
a
in with
granny hair.
breakouts. They get breakouts along the jawline, which is usually hormonal, which
Right.
can also be stress and diet related.
Right.
But yes, the granny hairs, the little
Yes.
chinny hairs.
The goat hairs.
I have a lot of people come in for laser hair removal because they're like, "What is this?
Will
Get
that
this
work
out."
on me? Could you
mean,
I only have 2 goat heads.
Are they-
goat heads hairs?
Are they white or are they
Yes.
dark?
One is
White?
white,
No.
and the other one's black still.
You would need electrolysis for the white one because it looks for pigment, and if there's no pigment, it won't see it.
Oh.
So you need. That's why I always tell people, if you're worried about mustache hairs, chin hairs, anywhere hairs, get them before they're gray, or else they stay.
Okay, so electrolysis rids them forever.
Yeah, it's like, well, you probably wouldn't like it because it has to do with a little needle that goes in there.
Yeah, no.
Yanks it out. But yeah.
Blindfold on you, so you
I don't know. I would still
See
know
it,
it's a
don't
needle.
feel
I
it.
can barely tweeze. Like I have the hard black ones that come right here on the. I can't even believe I'm saying that because I'm hairless pretty much everywhere else, but right on my face.
Yeah.
And I mean, trying to take a tweezer to get those 3 little hairs, I could go like this, and I feel like I'm a dude, man. It's terrible. And tweezing those, that's hard. I'm not a tweezer. I'm not. No.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna shave it. You can't
let it
see it,
grow.
can you?
No.
No, it's
That
pretty
one right
good.
there.
Shut up, Liz. I see yours too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got the full
The full beard.
beard mustache.
It is. It's weird though with the way that women and men age differently. It really is. Guys don't care. And why is it that men are called handsome when they're older? What's the other word they use? Distinguished. And women are called hags.
It's well, I sent you that thing. It's because women, they want women to base their strength off their beauty, so that they can. I can determine that you suck because you're old. But it's because women become stronger the older they get.
Agreed.
And men don't like that.
I agree.
So, you're smarter than me. You can do things better than me. But guess what? I look better than you. I age better than you.
Right.
Like that. That's the only thing that
They have.
men
I
can
agree.
hold over women.
I
So
agree.
they're going to.
See,
And really, it's just because they put that on us.
I
So,
agree.
ladies out there, it's okay to age.
It is okay to age.
And men actually do have thicker skin and
That
more
is true.
and more collagen than women, so they don't
Then
lose
why
it
do they
as
date young
fast.
women then? If some men out
Midlife
there,
crisis.
right, midlife crisis or whatever. Here you have this accomplished older woman who's beautiful, has her own shit going on, doing what most men would want, but because she's a certain age,
I think it's more the
they
mentality.
don't.
I
A
think so,
man's
too.
mentality,
No, the woman's mentality.
What,
so
that
at your
she's-
20s, you're different mentally
Right.
than not like your 40s, 50s, 60s.
right?
So you have different priorities, different outlooks, different
Agreed.
views.
Right.
Like a woman in her 40s, 50s, 60s isn't going to worship this guy.
Don't give a
Just because
fuck.
he is handsome with money.
Right. Agreed.
Whereas 20, and I'm not to like make it a shallow thing for them, but it's like you
You're
get to
gonna go
live
for
your
that sugar
life and
daddy.
enjoy your 20s.
Oh, yeah.
And have that security of
I would go for the sugar daddy in my 20s too.
a
Well,
house and a car and financial stability.
True.
To
I read
enjoy it.
I read a
Right.
book once on this, and
Once?
well, just once.
That's all she could tolerate.
But no, what I read was that men like to feel like they have a purpose or have like they're bringing something to the relationship, right? And if you don't need them,
Right.
then they don't want to be in that relationship, because what am I bringing to the table here? Like they want to have something to like provide, right? They want by nature, men want to be providers, and if they can't, if you already have your own house and you're doing well and you have your own car and you don't need them,
Right.
they want to find someone that needs them.
Okay, I kind of agree with that. I met Rocco at 40, and he said that was one of the things that totally impressed him with me, was because I didn't need him, because I had my own car. But that's probably because we're older.
But that's like, I feel like that's the one-off.
Right.
You know, like you can't generalize. There's always going to be somebody
Right.
that doesn't fit into that generalization.
There's
Right.
always
And
an
maybe Rocco's
exception.
not.
Rocco, yeah. He definitely, I mean, because I didn't need anybody.
And it's probably because Rocco himself is strong and
Right.
can stand on his own.
Right.
And like, you know.
That is true too, but I do see that we do know a lot of women who are always looking for their MRS, their Mrs. degree, you know, and they're out there, instead of trying to bolster themselves, they put on this facade of, oh well, I need this man because he's gonna pay all my bills, buy me a house, just like what we were saying, put money in my bank account. But why are you going to hold back on yourself just for those things when you can get them for yourself?
That's
Yeah.
what you're taught.
You can
Some-
get that for yourself.
Some are taught that.
That is true.
I
And
mean, where I come from, like that's the expectation.
is that you just settle down, get married, and have children?
I know people who met in elementary school, got married, and had
Are they
children.
still
And
together?
they still are together, and they're still in the same town.
And they hate each other.
I don't think they hate each other.
well, I think
But
they're
I
just
mean,
like, oh, okay, this
it's
is
like
what
that.
I'm supposed to
That's
do.
what you're supposed to do. That's
Yeah.
you know.
Instead of, we
Right.
never.
Not
well,
everybody
and
gets out there
I
and
do
sees
feel
the
like
world
that's
and the
starting
different
to change.
cultures.
That's
Right.
Which
starting
it
to
is.
change.
It is.
It is.
Very much. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, people are starting to branch out and leave that small town or leave the quote unquote expectations of the group that
coupledom.
they're in.
Right.
Like, this is their personal little bubble society.
Yeah, but that would freak you out if you went out into a society after having those kind of views. Like, let's say the Amish.
It
Have you guys
depends.
ever saw that show? They
Breaking
took
News.
the
yeah.
Amish. Yeah, it was so good. I didn't think I'd like it, but I did. But I mean, that must have been so trippy for them to break outside their bubble and go and live a life like how we live every day.
Yeah.
We're around people who cuss, drink, smoke, you know, just live their lives.
But at least they give them the option. A lot of places
They
like,
should.
they don't give you the option.
So you just
this
wither
is the
away.
expectation, or else there are consequences. Like people who have very close family, and like that's like they love their family. That's their world. You were always taught like family first. Period. Paragraph. And if you do something that goes against them, like you don't settle down, get married, have kids, or like just straight off do the expectation,
Yeah,
you
that's
get
not
cut
fun.
off, and suddenly your whole world
Right.
has nothing to do with you,
So
and
then
you're on
you-
your
so
own. The
you-
same way, like with the
Right.
Amish.
So then you throw away how you feel to go back and be part of that clan.
Well, you have to decide.
See,
on
right.
that. And
See.
it's tough if you're young, especially if you're young.
Yeah, you want to go
like
explore.
18, 19, and suddenly you got nothing but yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
since we're talking about health and wellness, that is
That
kind
goes
of in,
against all self care.
Yes, but that kind of also leads into how do I put this? Okay, I don't want to use the Amish as an example, or we'll use somebody that I don't know what their religion is, but those people who believe that God is going to save their children and not give them any medicine when they're hurting. You know, like
Scientology?
yes,
No,
is that what they do?
Christian Sciences.
Christian side, they don't believe in
They don't,
medicine.
You don't take medicine, go to the doctor. Like, they don't
Yeah.
What?
Well, they can go to the doctor, but they don't get like
medicine.
Like if your kid has cancer, you pray it away. You don't get them.
See, that's what I don't understand. How is that self-care and how is that health and wellness? Is it just because of your ideology that you're not gonna, your baby's sitting there withering away and you're like, oh, but God's gonna save them? So what happens if that child dies and you had
then
a
it was
pill?
just God's plan.
God's plan. That's what
God's
usually
plan. You don't
usually
intervene.
that goes back to them being okay with this is what was
God's plan.
meant.
I don't agree with that. And I mean, I grew up in the church too, but I really believe that we have free will here on earth. That's what God says. I mean, we're free to choose. All he wants you to do is choose him. Everything else is up to you. If you choose to allow your child, because you're a Christian Scientist, to die, what does that do? What is that? Does that get you closer to the throne?
I think it's that, and I'm not Christian Scientist, so I don't know for a fact, but from my understanding is that you're having faith in man instead of God.
All right, I
I
can see that.
I'm not saying it's right.
Right. I see that point of view, but I mean, if your child falls off their bike, they break their arm. What is their recourse? Just to wrap it up and then they end up with an arm that looks like this because it's all fucked up because it wasn't set right?
Cast and stuff, they just can't take medicine.
Internal medicine.
Like you don't get painkillers.
So a cast is on the outside, not the inside.
Yeah.
That's still kind
what
of
if it was
hypocritical.
bad
You still
enough
have to deal with the
need
pain,
surgery?
but
Yeah.
If you needed surgery, like if you broke it so bad you needed
Yeah.
surgery, they wouldn't do it.
I don't know.
See?
Again, I'm not.
I'm not asking you. I'm just like,
in general,
find
right?
one. And
I don't know. That
Should
is
have
a
them
good,
on your podcast.
That's a good question. Because
Find
I
one.
want to know that too.
We gotta
because
find someone
that's
that-
health and wellness too.
If anybody
you-
out there is a Christian Scientist listening to this,
yes, come.
Or if you know one.
Yeah, if you know
Please.
one, please, because we want to know. Because I do want to know.
It's
'Cause
I'm fascinated by different
I am too.
beliefs.
Especially when it comes to health and wellness, because you see so many people starving, letting their kids starve to death and stuff because that's God's will, or we don't believe in this type of medicine, or vaccinations, or all of that. And you know what? I hate needles. I will be the first to say that. And there's some vaccines that I refuse to take, and that's just because of my own beliefs, right? But I also believe that vaccines, I grew up in a time when smallpox was rampant. There, polio, all of that stuff. And those vaccines eradicated that. So you can't, for vaxxers or what are non-vaxxers, there is truth in what vaccines can do to people. I mean, yeah, they suck. I mean, I've hated needles and I hated them then. But could you imagine smallpox and polio making a comeback? What's coming back now? Measles? Mm-hmm. Why?
Polio is coming by.
See?
Yep, polio's coming back.
See, I didn't even know that.
It's all coming back.
Because people don't
get vaccinated.
They don't get vaccinated.
Yep. And it's they don't understand what herd immunity is.
Right.
They don't that's exactly what it is. It's we have this abundance of false or misinformation.
Yep.
And people don't know what I should believe. I don't know.
Agreed.
And it's just like, follow the science.
Follow the science. But there's also people with their ideology, too, that don't believe in science, too.
Okay.
So,
you know what I say to them? If God made everything, God made us smart enough to discover science. And so, therefore, you should.
Hallelujah. Amen, sister.
Amen.
I think it goes back.
Amen.
It goes back to, and I'm not going to speak for them because I don't know exactly, but from what I've taken it as is they don't always believe that the people offering these things have a right agenda. They're doing it more for their pockets.
I agree with that too.
And that in some ways, yes, I agree with that as well. But they're so into that. It's like, well, they want to give us all these vaccines to cause these other things so that they can make more money.
That's all I believe in. I believe that too. I mean, but I also believe that vaccines work. I am living proof of it. I've lived all over the world, grew up in the military, had numerous shots, and I'm fucking healthy. So I've never had a childhood disease, measles, mumps, none of that stuff. because of vaccines. So now all of a sudden I can't believe polio's come back. That one I'm kind of tripping on that one right now. But measles is so bad for your brain if you get measles. It's so, it's terrible. Chickenpox, but measles, I don't know about that one. That one scares me. What did you tell me? Tell me to wrap it up. Look at her.
That's a point for hand signals.
I know, honey. I'm just kidding. But I mean, I think to be healthy and wealthy and wise, that, like Cynthia says, trust the science. Trust the science. Now, there'll be some people that'll say, like, well, my Bible tells me not to believe in science, so I'm not going to take man-made vaccines. I'm not going to do that.
But you're going to follow
Yeah.
man's word.
Exactly. See?
It's literally,
it's hypocrisy. I agree. And that is the thing. And I think people really need to do their own research, not this misinformation, not this disinformation that's out there. Now, all of a sudden in Texas, all these people who chose not to get the measles shot for them, seeing these kids that are dying, now all of a sudden they don't have enough measles vaccines because people are realizing, oh, maybe I should vaccinate my child against measles.
Yeah. Thanks, RFK.
Yeah. I mean, the misinformation
Junior.
with all the public officials out there giving us so much misinformation and just lying about the truth, just to pad their pockets. You know, I mean, like with these topics that we talked about, skincare, menopause, youth skincare. We also know on the flip side of the health and wellness that there are the pharmaceutical companies, people that are making bullshit products out there and claiming that this is going to do this or that for you, which they really don't. So how do you combat that? By looking up your own information from reliable sources, right?
And seek out professionals like
yes,
April.
Exactly.
Not on vaccines, though.
Well, not on vaccines.
but
your skincare.
Yes.
If you don't know what to do, go ask
ask someone that's an expert in it. Agreed.
True. I think a lot of people get nervous too because a lot of people use like what professionals will call over-the-counter skincare and think like, well, I don't want to go tell them that I'm using this because they're going to say it's bad. And honestly, depending on who you go to, that's not the case. A lot of them, my friends, we understand you're on a budget.
Right.
You got to do what's readily available.
Right.
Most of the time, I'll look at the ingredients.
Right.
And tell you like, okay, I personally wouldn't use this one. Why don't you try this one? And I'm all for, if you're going to use something, I would love for you to use something, right? Rather than nothing.
Right.
But like I said, just depends on the ingredients. A lot of things
are bad for you.
Are bad for you, but like I said, are not necessary.
Right.
Like fillers, like corn. There's corn in freaking face products.
What?
Yes, because it's a filler, a thickener. And there's
You're putting food on your face.
Yeah.
There's a ton of products that are gonna be cleaner. Like
Right.
that's a loose term, but
Right.
but cleaner and just in general, sometimes too, depending on the product, you got to try it. Depending on how it's ordered, the strength of it might
right,
not be
the
as strong
ingredients.
as something else that's clinical grade necessarily.
Yeah.
Like
But so,
That's
like I said,
weird.
if you don't know what to use, if you don't know what to use on your face, ask somebody who
I
will
agree.
know.
yeah,
And that can go for anything,
Yeah,
really.
I agree
so,
with that.
Yeah. So what's our takeaway?
health
Wear
and wellness.
wear
Wear
sunscreen and reapply.
and
Reapply.
Well, yeah, I
Don't
always say
just
at least
put it-
at least once.
Yeah.
You know, like put it on in the morning. At least try it. But if you're not using anything, at least just put it on once.
Okay, what about moisturizers that have sunscreen in them?
I personally think no, especially because the amount of moisturizer with sunscreen in it you'd have to put on to actually protect your face, it needs to be separate.
Okay.
If you really want it to be effective, separate it out.
All right, see, because they sell products like that.
They do,
Okay.
and I say it's
So-
it's better than nothing.
Right.
If you're not doing anything and you find that, I'm glad you're doing something. But and you're not going to reapply a moisturizer
No.
with SPF. So I would say you would want your SPF separate. I like mineral based versus chemical based.
What
but
is that? What's the difference?
A mineral based is going to be minerals that are used in, and I find that the way they explain it, a lot of people explain it is minerals will reflect the UV versus chemical sunscreen will absorb it.
Right.
Especially people that are prone to hyperpigmentation or melasma, absorbing that heat.
Is that mask?
Or it just sometimes it
anywhere.
forms a butterfly or just the lip.
Yeah.
Anywhere really.
I had it here.
It's
Mostly
gone.
gone now.
But yeah, heat
I've never
seen
he can bring
It
on
was after I
melasma.
had Juliet.
Hormones will bring on melasma.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wear sunscreen. Mineral sunscreens are my favorite. Sometimes you got to be
good to
careful
know.
because they'll leave more of a white cast, so be careful. Like a ghostly cast on the face.
Really? Even
Because
like
they're-
me?
they're-
They would turn me white?
Certain ones, but they're thick because it's
I'm not
basically
taking that.
it's basically minerals. You can find ones that are tinted that will add higher UV coverage because they help block the UV rays a little bit more. So it just depends on what you like. I feel like whatever you can wear, whatever you're gonna wear, is I'm okay with.
Right.
Because it's better than nothing. Yeah, wash your face at night, change your pillowcase every once in a while.
Drink some water.
I do.
Drink some
I do
dang
drink
water.
Yeah.
I do.
Arizona's the worst. Arizona
It
actually
is.
like sucks out your
It
moisture.
does, man. It 100%.
Drink
it
a
does.
water, yeah.
What about you, Liz? You got any last thoughts? Any last things? I mean,
Move your
'cause-
booty a little bit, maybe a little.
Yeah.
Once
Move your booty.
Yeah, whatever. She ain't got shit to say
Drink
tonight.
water. Wear
Whatever.
sunscreen.
Don't stop repeating. What about you, Miss Cynthia?
Just be
Same.
I would say just be smart. Yep.
Yes.
Just
Take
be
care of your
smart
health.
about it.
Try to take care of your health. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an expensive thing to do, though. I mean, if you don't have insurance,
Yeah, but your health is all you have.
I agree.
If you don't have health, you have nothing.
I
Nothing else
agree.
matters.
Nothing
So-
else matters. Agreed.
Well, and it's like I think I've seen a few posts sometimes where it's like you either do it now because you want to, or you have to do it later because you have, to. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so true.
It usually ends up
So
being
do
more
it now,
expensive when you
people.
have to. Yeah.
Exactly. Agreed. I think that's a good note to end on. Liz, what do you say? She ain't got nothing to say
Sorry,
this time, you
Jacob,
guys.
for antagonizing Bonnie.
What? Anyway,
Because there's
don't
some points.
shut up. Don't, Jacob, just don't listen to her. Cut all this out. Cut Liz out, but not me. Anyway, don't let shit get you down. You're not alone. We're all in this shit together. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.